So it's your boy Doc Heref, you know what I'm saying, the fly guy of hip hop. I'm just glad to be here. I'm very happy to be here. You know what I mean? But yeah, here with my dog DT. We go back like 4 flats, and it's just great to be in this space, you know what I'm saying, with you, dog, to, really talk about, this thing we call hip hop, this huge entity that keeps the blood pumping in Rockford. You know what I'm saying? We that boiling pot that of just energy, whether it be good, whether it be bad, whether it be positive, negative, whether it be insightful, whether it be, shallow, whatever it is. To have a platform, this is very important. So, and I think you're doing an awesome job with doing this. You bringing all the right people here. You obviously you stay on top of this whole. You stay on top of the whole, content and being consistent with posting, knowing the algorithms, things like that. But then, excuse me. But even deeper than that, to have somebody locally, you know how we came up, and you know where we came from with this shit. It's like, nobody was humble enough to really give the people a platform, no matter what type of shit you started. You a shit starter, bro.
That's facts.
But you own it, and that's what people got to realize and always respect about you. Was that, you know what I'm saying, you gonna say some shit that people ain't gonna, but this is what it gotta be said. And so I've seen a lot of times, especially over the years, you've been a sacrificial lamb for a lot of things, obviously beyond hip hop, beyond things. So I just commend you and kudos to you, bro, for just staying consistent and staying militant, staying diligent, staying persistent, staying strong, bro. Strong mentally, physically, emotionally, everything. You know what I'm saying? We go like we brothers. So like I know you know my family. I know your family, your children, everything. You know what I'm saying? So it's this is a real full circle moment for me. So yeah.
And I think even just with you saying that, one of the things that I felt like even as I've been talking to everybody, we sort of like been having extended versions of the same conversations and really building out, I feel like, even a history sort of. That's one of the things I've really been noticing too, as I've been talking to different people. Like I just had Ken down here on Ken and Kid down here Saturday.
The legend.
We was chopping it up and we was talking, and I think out of everybody that I've had on, he goes back. He's been creating music the longest thus far of everybody.
That's why I call him the legend.
And so he was able to sort of even go back a little bit further with some of the history, talking about
that's something we don't even know.
That he first experienced recording with, and some of the things he first experienced, and the experience of selling his physical CDs and selling physical copies. A lot of the people I've been talking to recently are some, not even, and really again, it's a wide range of people. Ken being the oldest and have been doing it for the longest.
But he looked like one of the young cats.
That's a fact. That's a
that dude drink his water, dog.
And I think like the youngest person who I done sat down with probably was like maybe 22, 23.
Okay. So that's
a nice,
wide, like damn near 20 years almost. You know what I'm saying?
A span of history and different experiences. And I've been preaching the idea of like it being an ecosystem. Yeah, and
definitely.
It's when we were younger and we was recording, the ecosystem hadn't built out as far as it had matured.
It had matured. It had time to grow. We like it's like literally. We're at our age right now. We are the internet babies. We the year 2000 kids, right? Yeah. What do they call us? Gen what? Or do
I think we millennials or
are we the millennials? Because you 30 what?
I'm 35.
I'm 36. So I just turned 36. You about to be 36.
We just saying I'm finna
when
be 36. September.
Okay.
September,
okay. Virgo?
Libra, September 29th.
Libra, okay. You right here. Okay, for sure. But yeah, no. So when it comes to like us, we're the millennials, right? Yeah. So like we grew up, we were the first ones with the computers in the house. Yeah. When these iPhones started coming out, when these Androids, like a lot of like I worked for Chase Bank when they were developing their banking app. Like, you know what I mean? Really making it. So like I get both sides, because also we come from the era where finding a plug to, how do we print up CDs?
Yeah, physical things.
How do we burn them from Windows Media Player? Exactly. How, getting on LimeWire to find instrumentals before YouTube was the shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like really Dad underground.
Piff,
Dad
Piff. J Arms.
J Arms. What else? TwoDoughBoys.com. That was my blog, man. That's how I got on. OD from Kendrick. That's how I got on to Come Up With Cole. That's how I got on Hustle in the House. Stuff like that. So far gone. The pinnacle guys and things. That's where we came from. So like seeing it now and how things like, for instance, I tell everybody we talk about physical copies because that's what I'm working on music right now, and one of the things is distribution. So how are we gonna do this? How are we gonna really make it make sense? So I'm working with some guys on where I got a splash page where people can click on it and get all the songs after purchase. You know what I'm saying? Have previews and everything where it's in my bios and I'm promoting it all the time where people click the link and just go straight to the music rather so we can cut out the middleman who paying us crumbs anyway, right? So like with that being said, like people talk about physical copies. I'm like, dog, my cars ain't even got no CD player in them no more. Like we really in the future now. So it's like, how do we innovate? How do we innovate in ourselves? And how can we continue to grow with the times and stay relevant?
Yeah, I think that's a real important.
You said I did you dirt, didn't know your worth. Join the long line. Join the long line. Join the long line. Throwing off our rhythm, I'm a victim of my own lies. Of my own lies. Of my own. So I might be with my twin. Me and twin to tweak over the ends. I ain't close to my beat, but I'm in. Can't fake me or even compete with my blend. I'm nice with the clip bust. I'm white with the switch up. I gotta get richer. Got product in the picture.